Morning guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video on the Fiat 500 abarth. Excuse the noise, we've got the heating going. It's absolutely freezing in here. It's been on an hour and I've only just got it to 14 degrees. It took me an hour to get it to 14 degrees. It was, I think, -3 in my workshop. It's been a little bit cold over here. We've got quite a bit of white stuff going on. Yeah, well, I'll give you an example. -3.6, and it was literally -3 in here. It's took me so long to get that warmed up, but I want to try and get that in primer today. What else is happening? Oh, we got sent, I can't remember what video I mentioned it in. We got sent a stereo to review from a truck. Now that's turned up, but we're not reviewing it. I'm gonna email them back. I told them that I'll only do it. I've got no real use for it. My truck radio's knackered, to be fair, so it can go in the truck. That's why I mentioned it. But I said to them that they need to send something so I can do another giveaway for you guys, and then they agreed to it and didn't bother sending it. So that means that I'm not going to bother doing a review. I ain't interested. I told you loads of times I'll only do reviews of stuff that I think's useful that you lot might want, and if you can benefit from it. So if I can do a giveaway for you guys, then I'll do it. It's not a problem. So yeah, I'm going to try and get this warmed up. Yeah, clean down, finish up, mask it, and we'll try and get some primer on it and see how far we can get today. We've got Copart picking a car up, a little Corsa that I bought, which leads me on to quite a few comments that I've had asking whether I ever lose money on cars, and the answer to that is yes. I bought this with rear damage, which was fine, but it turns out that there's loads more around it that needs sorting, and it's probably great fix there. All the front bumper snapped, missing grille, like a dodgy bit in it. It turns out that there's loads and loads of bits that need doing on that. Wings need doing, dented in the bonnet. So yeah, I get asked quite often, do I ever lose money on cars? I try not to. It's not the name of the game, obviously, but sometimes it happens and we all get burnt. So that's going back in Copart, and someone else can have the pleasure of bidding on that, and I'll lose a few £100. The name of the game is to realise when to lose money. Do I lose money right now? That owes me, with all the fees and everything, about £800. So, which weren't a bad price, to be fair, if it was the original damage. What I saw in the pictures anyway, what I thought it was. Now the question is, do you fix it all and lose a fortune, or do you just lose money now? So that's the name of the game, is to know when to lose your money if you're going to lose money. First of all, you got to face facts that you're losing money, which isn't easy. Excuse me. Once you've got your head around that, you need to decide when to lose money. I can go and fix that, I can go and buy bumpers, this, that, the other, get it all sorted out, struggle to sell it for the price that I'm going to need to make a profit and or recoup my money back. Or do I throw it back in the auction now? Possibly goes for £500-600 plus take their fees out. I'll lose a few £100. I'd rather do that now, lose the money now, not put the man hours and the work and effort into it to repair it. So that'll answer some of the questions that I get asked quite regularly. Yes, sometimes you do lose money, but it's a kind of calculated risk. I try not to. I do see loads of other YouTube people advising on buying from auctions and this and that. Listen, it's not my place to do that. I know some of you guys are into it and you do buy cars and stuff. The only advice that I can give you, which I know is what you should be doing, is you find a car that you want to buy, like that Corsa on Copart. I worked out what they sell for, I worked out what it cost me in parts, and obviously if you've got to pay to have it repaired, painted yourself, you need to factor all of this in. I go on eBay and I type, for argument's sake, I think that's 12 or 14. That's a Corsa limited edition. It doesn't make much difference, it's a different spec car, but if I type in Corsa limited edition 2012, I do lowest price first. For whatever reason, it could be a Cat S reboot, anything at all, it doesn't matter what is on there, as long as you go lowest price first and you see that they start from, let's just say hypothetically, 2 grand. You go, right, the cheapest one on eBay is 2 grand. So you say to yourself, can I do that whole car for less than 2 grand and make profit from it? If you can't, don't buy it. Yes, I know there's different factors, like, oh, my car's done 50,000 miles and stuff like that. It doesn't matter, you need to base your car on the cheapest one on there. If you can buy your car, fix your car, get it done for less than what the cheapest one is on there, you're winning. That's the only formula I stick by. If I can do that and I've got money in it, then I'll go for it. If it sells above and beyond that price, you're winning. But that is uneconomical for me to do it, time-wise and money-wise. When I bought the car, it was hard, the pictures were crap. Copart are notorious for rubbish pictures that you can't see properly. It's got a dent in the bonnet that I couldn't see, dent in both wings that I couldn't see, there's a mark on the rear quarter, the back end I knew about, the front bumper I didn't realise it was cracked and it had a mesh grille in it. Yeah, there's so many bits and it's just not worth it. So yeah, that's me and losing money with auction cars. It happens. We all get burnt, no matter who you are. So yeah, what I do is I try and offset that against another car that I'm making profit from. It's only a numbers game, you can't get too upset about it. Yeah, I might lose 200 quid on that one, but I'll gain it back on another one. So you know, you can't look at it like that. You have to crack on and move on to the next one. So that's that done. Enough waffling. Let's try and get this masked up, get this primed. See you in a bit. There we go, guys. Side skirt's been removed now. Can sort that out separately. Bit of adhesion promoter before we prime that and sort any of that out. I've had a few comments saying, oh, why didn't you take the side skirt off, etc, etc. Basically the side skirt I use as a guide, really, because you get to know where your panel should be. The side skirt was scored down here anyway, so I know it needed some repair. So I was using the contour of the side skirt to tell me exactly where my rear quarter should be from where that was all pushed in. So now the rear quarter's all sorted, remove that and then we can sort that damage out down there. And yeah, get this all sorted. So I'm going to get this all masked up, sorted out, get some adhesion promoter for that, and we'll start getting ready and get this primed up. See you in a bit. There we go, guys. Petrol cap, you see me taking the wrap off of that, and what I did notice was peeling paint on the corner. So decided to remove that, and to remove that you need to take the splash guard out. And then I took the splash guard out and found old previous damage for obviously where all that filler was before, so I dressed that back up inside there, tapped all that back in, but then found underneath where the skirt was, all this bit's fine. Here and here it needs a bit more work, so I'm going to put a bit of skimmer filler in that because we've got a bit of a dip in here at the bottom, and in now I'm going to try and straighten that out, get my lines right, and do that. I pop the screw out of the bumper so I can get on that edge properly. But I redressed this arch around there, that's all fine. That'll probably look nice when that's done. All that's redressed in now. It's all a little bit dented and what have you, but you couldn't see because you've got splash liner that covers it. So when I removed it, it's like, oh god. What we did do is we pulled the wheel off over here to look at the shock, and you can see clear as day that the shock's bent from there. It's bananaed. The hub and everything seems to be fine, so I'm going to try and find a coney shock for it. It hasn't got conies on the rear, so worst case scenario is we'll change the fronts out. But yeah, that is yellow as well, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to smash a bit of filler in that, straighten this out a little bit and carry on, and we'll see you in a bit. Finally, that's that done. It's ready. I'm happy with that now. It should look alright. Got a little bit to sort out on the side skirt quick, and I found a dent in passenger wing, which I didn't realise was there. So I've just put a little light skim on that. I'll block that down in a minute. We'll puff a bit of primer around that. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, and then we can get it sorted. Bumper's turned up. I haven't unwrapped it yet, but we'll have a look at that in a bit. So yeah, I'll let that filler go off. I'll sort the side skirt out and see you in a sec. Here we go guys, it's all bagged up, ready for action. What I'm going to do, let me show you this other bit. Had a couple of little pingdings in there, so we'll just dust a bit of primer on that. What we're going to do, any of the little bare metal bits, I'm just going to put a bit of extra primer over them bits first, a little bit on the back here as well. Then we'll smash some plastic primer on that one, and we'll get 3 coats of high build primer on that. So I'm going to go mix some paint up and we'll see you in a sec. So childish, it makes me crack up every single time I read that. Oh dear, right, let's get some of this on. I've just gone round with a bit of etch primer in an aerosol just for the bare metal bits. I'm just going to put a bit of that over the spoiler, side skirt even. I'll see you in a sec. There we go, guys. She's all primed. That wing's going to be fine. Once we block that down, it's 3 good coats of high build primer there. That wing looks fine. That should be alright. Noticed a little bit at the top of the rear quarter that I weren't happy with, but in this area here, I'm hoping it'll block down. Yeah, the rest of my bits look alright. Can't really pick it out. Yeah, I've got something going on here. Hopefully I better block that out. I mean, there's a nice good thick bit of primer there. And then the side skirt. That should be fine. So, hopefully, the next video you see of this will be us painting it. The door, what I'll end up doing is I'll block all this down, get it all ready for paint, and the new bumper and this door here, I'll probably put some wet and wet primer on them and go over them. Yeah, but we're getting there. Rear quarter was a pain. Hopefully it'll block down nice and look alright. And yeah, we can get this looking like it should look. Good little car, hopefully. Yeah, that's it from me today. As always, massive thanks for watching. And if you're new and you're not subscribed and you like this sort of thing, hit that button. And we'll see you very soon on the next one. Stay safe and be lucky.